Good morning, good night, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lorenzo the fourth, and welcome back to my channel. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching my last video about basically what happened with me in the military. Getting medically discharged and everything like that. If you haven't watched that video, go ahead and go to my channel and go click on that video, give it a thumbs up, like it, share it, and all that. Please subscribe to this channel as well too, because all I'm doing is just lacing you guys up on what's going on with me now. But on this video, I'm about to tell you about some good news that happened to me while I was in the military, about how I got the highest ACFT score. I executed on what I wanted to do. All right. I went out there and I did it, In my very first video, basically telling you guys that I was going to the military. That was something I really wanted to execute on, All right. So on this video, I'm about to tell you exactly what I did and how I did it. So stay tuned. All right, so you guys, I went out there and I executed. All right, I embraced the suck, as they said out there. One of the main things that I did was when we did exercises, whether it was running or push-ups or just any type of cardio, just something, or we got in trouble, so we got to do some exercise or whatever, I embraced it. I loved doing it. I really did. That was my number one thing. So rule number one, embrace all the workouts that you do. All right, just embrace it. Like, all right, bet we're about to do some extra push-ups. All right, bet we're about to run even faster now. Just embrace it. All right, because the more that you embrace it, the more that you'll see what you're capable of. The more that you'll be able to dig deeper within yourself and see that, wow, I have so much hidden potential, And that's one of the main things that I guess basic military training was teaching us, that we had so much more potential within us. And little did we know that that's the reason why we joined the military in the first place. That at the back of our minds, like, we had this potential. I need somebody to bring it out of us. So whenever obstacles came up for us to do some physical activities, I was down for it. I was ready. You can ask any of my battle buddies. I was the number one guy. I was like, I used to get upset and mad when my team leaders would get in trouble because of us, and they would have to do some physical things. They'll come up, be all tired and sweating. I'd be so mad. I'm like, man, I wish I was a team leader so I can go through that stuff, man. I'll make sure everybody mess up just so I can work out. The second thing that I remember was that the reason why I was there was to be broken down and to be built back up. All right. So when you work out your muscles and you're trying to build on muscle, you're trying to get stronger, what happens is you push through a threshold and your muscle fibers, they start to tear, right? And then later on, they're being rebuilt, So that's what's causing you to build more muscle. So basically, that's what the mindset I had in my head. I was like, okay, I'm coming here and they're supposed to be breaking me down and building me back up. So I'm going to do that with my muscles as well too, in order to make sure I get stronger. So throughout the whole time I was there, I was like, in my mind, I was thinking, just keep on breaking yourself, man. Keep on going harder. Keep on pushing yourself. I remember I had a knee injury. My knee started hurting for some reason. I just had to just push on through it, man, because I was not going to sick call. I was not doing it. I'm not going to say don't go to sick call, but I will advise you this. If you go to sick call, you might get recycled. You might do the whole thing all over again. All right. So I was like, I'm not going there. So any type of injury I had, I just rehabilitated myself on my own. If I had a hamstring that was tight, let me go ahead and stretch that thing out. My shoulder wasn't feeling right, let me go ahead and just line it up or something like that. Or basically like just keep on going. I remember I ran cross country and I had shin splints. My coach was like, the only way you're gonna fix that is if you just keep on running. Run through the pain. That's all you're doing, running through the pain. So you're breaking yourself down to build yourself back up. All right. Number 3, like in the beginning, like I said before, whatever you do, you give it your all. All right. I know that when we used to be marching to Chow, and I'll just be engaging my core the entire time. I'll make sure that my heels, well, my dorsiflex was right and stuff like that, in order to make sure that my heel strike was correct and everything like that. I made sure that everything on my body was tight. The entire time I'm there, I'm trying to work out my body. I'm there to execute. I'm there to give it my all. I'm there to just stay in this mindset and in this mind frame of like, bro, it's either you go hard or you go home. It's either you go hard or you're not gonna accomplish what you want, you know. So even when we got in trouble, like I said before, I'm giving it my all. Next thing you know is we got our normal workout. I'm giving it my all. We gotta go somewhere. We gotta hurry up to get somewhere downstairs. Where I'm trying to win. I'm trying to beat everybody. I'm thinking of everything as a competition. All right. So if you think like that while you're there, you're gonna get so much further than anybody else. Basic training is gonna be a breeze for you. When we're rucking somewhere, I'm engaging my core again. I'm driving my knees upward some type of way. I'm not normal walking at all. I'm not just slouched over, just going with the flow. Like, all right, let's just try to make it. Nah, man, I'm walking upright, trying to hold my weapon the right way. I'm engaging my core. I got my knees coming up a certain way. I'm walking weird to everybody else, but it's like, no, I'm working out, man, because I want this. All right, I'm embracing this suck. I'm embracing everything. I'm giving it all I got. I'm giving it 101%. So those were like the 3 things that really helped me out with, you know, executing, getting the highest ACFT score. Another thing that really helped me out was when it came that time for us to take our ACFT score. You know, remember we took a practice one. I got a good estimate, and then what really helped me out was I had 3 guys. All 3 of us were trying to get the highest ACFT score. We were all trying to max it out. So that right there, it pushed me as well to that competition. It was this young guy. I forgot his name, but he was real young, probably like I think a good 18 or 19. Fast. I mean, that 2 mile, he blew my 2 mile time out the water during the finals. He did. He beat me by a whole minute, y'all. He did. His other guy, he was built like he was from Greece, or he was Greece. I'm like, I don't know, but he was tall and big, and he was just strong. And then the other guy, he played football. I think he played it professionally at one point, or he did it in college. And basically these 2 big dudes and this young dude, I was like, yeah, this is a perfect competition. I'm like, all right, let's go ahead and get it. And then I had one honorable mention, y'all, and his name was Barnes. And if anybody out there who watches anime has seen Dragon Ball Z, everybody knows how Super Saiyan is built. When I tell you guys, he was built like a freaking Super Saiyan. He was built like a freaking Super Saiyan. He was tall like one as well too. Muscles, arms, everything just cut up. And you might be thinking, like, so why are you saying he's an honorable mention? Well, my boy was an honorable mention because, you know, he wasn't very competitive. He was like, man, I just work out because I like it. You know, this whole competition thing, I don't really care about none of that. I'm just in physical shape because I like being in good physical shape, you know. And I respected that. I really did, you know. But I ain't gonna lie, we had a lot on the line, y'all. If our platoon won, we got, I think, an extra hour on the phones. If you got the highest out of the males, out of all of them, then you got an extra, I think, 2 hours. And it was, I forgot what it was, but it was great. It was great. But I wound up getting the highest out of all the males, and that was pretty cool. Then we got the highest out of a platoon put together, so we got another extra hour. So we were just outside talking on the phone while everybody else went upstairs. We talking to our family members, we listened to music, we watching the videos and stuff like that, and it was just really, really cool. Now let's go ahead and get into the nitty gritty, you guys. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this over here. That way I don't get nothing wrong, okay? So I got the highest in the company, which is Delta Company. That's roughly out of 170 people. All right. And here are the scores that I got. For the deadlift, the max that you could get was 340 pounds. You had to lift it 3 times. I did that. For the ball throw, I'm not really sure about how far you had to throw it, but I threw it 31, I don't know, I guess in meters or 31 I'm not sure what it was, but I maxed it out. They complicated that one. I'm sorry. For the sprint drag carry, I had to max it out, and I did. For the leg tuck, the max that you had to get was 20. I got 20. For the 2 miles, you had to run it in 13 minutes and 30 seconds. I ran it in 13 minutes and 1 second. Oh boy, he beat me by the young dude who kept me going my competition. He ran it in 12 minutes flat. I was like, oh my gosh, golly, youth is something else, yeah. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, the hand release push-up. You had to get 60 push-ups. You had to hit 60, ladies and gentlemen. I got 57. Yeah, I know. Yeah, 57. That's the only thing that I did not max out, ladies and gentlemen, was the hand release push-ups. All right, and the max score that you could get on the ACFT score was a 600. So I got the highest ACFT score in my company, Delta company, to the day I die. You dig? You feel me? And all I told myself was, I'm like, okay, I didn't max it out here, but when I get to AIT, I'm definitely gonna max it out there, because man, my body was in such great shape. I was out there showing people how to run, how to sprint, the right mechanics, helping people work out and get ready for the ACFT score as well too. I was telling people things that you can do at nighttime in order to get everything right as well. And them push-ups, man, trust me, man, I was doing a lot of push-ups. I was doing a lot of pull-ups. Probably the hardest thing I had to do while I was there was the leg tucks, man. Oh my gosh, that is tough. And with the hand release push-ups, I knew I gave them all, because my hands started doing this and they stopped right here and they wouldn't lock out. They would not lock out, y'all. And I was just like, damn it. I'm like, it is what it is. It's okay. He said 57. And he was looking at my scores. He's like, oh man, you on your way, man. I'm trying. He was like, well, you didn't get this one. I'm like, I know. It's all right though. I'm just finished strong though. I made sure I finished strong with that 2 miler and with them leg tucks as well too. Now, I got the highest in my company. That was out of over maybe like roughly 170 people, I think. And then, but when you look at the battalion, that's Alpha Company, Bravo Company, Charlie, Delta, Echo. I think it was 5 companies. I think that's how many it was. I'm not sure, but it was roughly 850 people in the battalion. All right. If I'm wrong. That's what I'm saying, roughly. All right, 800. All I remember is the number 800 and something. All right, and still even now, I'm just like, dang, I got the second highest. I was like, dang, man. And I was asking around too. We'll be walking to child, whatever. I'm like, hey, who got the highest of y'all? And like, oh, this dude, he got a 550. Oh, this dude, he got a highest we got was like 430 or something like that. So I was like, who got the highest? And come to find out, my platoon leader, her last name was Foot. Her husband was in another company, and his name was Mr. Foot. So he wound up getting the highest ACFT score. He beat me by 1 push-up, y'all, just by 1. And honestly, if in his company, if they weren't getting, if they weren't doing so many exercises all the time and being extra worked and all that, he would have maxed the whole thing out with ease. And he would have maxed out the push-ups with ease, because he does CrossFit, and he really blew me out the water with the 2 miler. He ran his in 12 minutes as well too, or 12 minutes and 30. I was just like, yeah, he got it. Like, I'm not even coming close to that guy. If he's all refreshed and all that, he's killing me every time, But I had fun at basic training. Taught me a lot. It showed me that, okay, even though college is done with, you're not running track anymore, that doesn't mean that you can't get back to that physical shape, But even then, I checked out my time that I ran in high school when I ran 2 miles at this Nike cross country meet, and it was, I think, it was a 12:21. That day, I knew it too. I was like, I'm moving. Like, I'm like, I never ran that time again afterwards. I was like, for some reason that day I was just really moving. I felt so energized and everything. I was sprinting. I was like, I ran a 13:01, giving it my all at basic training. And I'm not even gonna say I didn't come close, but I didn't even come close to that time at all. I was tired afterwards, man. It didn't make no dang on sense. But my goal was to max out the max out the ACFT score when I got to AIT. But hey, man, didn't get that chance, But don't worry. I'll think of something else that I can do, something else that I can accomplish physically, physical strength, with my athleticness later on down the line. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel as well too. Check out my Instagram at _4Lorenzo, where I'll be posting my content there as well too. Just keep on staying tuned, staying locked in with your boy. All right. Again, I got other stuff coming. Just stay tuned for it. I love you guys so much, and always remember to be blessed, stay blessed, do your best, never settle for less. God is love, never stress. Of course, y'all know the rest. You have a blessed one.